I'm 40 years in the business.
30 million enough there is? We just discovered.
I don't know about it, Jay. That's not the AJ we're talking about. Separate.
Okay. I got to get to my program here because Stephanie was kind enough to put a program together. So I don't want to deviate from it. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. If you didn't get a hat, there's hats over there. I've got another box in my car in case I run out. But make sure that you get a hat. Okay? You did get 2 drink tickets. That's your limit. I don't want to be responsible after that. Okay? In case you don't know me, you should hopefully know me. My name is Joe Holmes, and I'm the broker for Pellego. We've got about 175 agents around there right now, all up and down the state. They're all doing different things, I can tell you, and we'll go over a little bit of that tonight as well. The first thing I like to do is kind of like my meetups. I will start here, and if you could please introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are and what your focus is on real estate, and we'll just go around the room, okay, and we'll end up back here, and so that way everybody knows everybody. I'm going to pick on William again because I picked on him on Monday. William is my, I would say my youngest agent, but also my newest agent. They carded him on the way in, okay? William, we met at the office, and William said, I asked him, well, what do you want to do? And he said, I don't know, I'm kind of shy. He didn't say that, but he's kind of shy. So at my Monday meeting that I had in Lake Forest, which is for investors, I made sure that everybody introduces themselves to William. Please, I need to get him to start talking, feeling comfortable talking to people, other agents, investors, all that stuff. So your goal tonight, number one goal, is to go talk to William, okay? Make sure that you get more than just one word back from him, a little conversation. His mother's in the business as well, so please, okay? So we're going to start here, and please introduce yourself. You can stand or sit or whatever.
Well, I guess it stops working. Hi, my name is Chris Noon. I just started with Pellego May 1st. That's my hire date. And I'm a member of the Oldest group here with my partner, Eric Oldest here. And we specialize in first-time home buyers.
Yeah,
Thank you.
like Chris just said, my name's Eric Olis. I just started this group or company about 3 months ago, but it's been a lot more work, so I'm excited about it. Started with Joe's brokerage about a year ago, and it almost thought it was too good to be true. The $83 a month with the fee, the $650 out of the commission, whereas I'm used to paying at least 35% just to the broker, so I thought it was a joke, and it wasn't. Joe's the best. He's the head broker, and I have access to him at all times. I'm happy we're all set to go, and I'm really looking forward to this. It's definitely for the long term, so I'm excited about it.
Hi. Hello, I'm Cynthia. New here at Pellego just this month. I've had my license for 20 years, specialize in investments. I have HGTV as background music. That's really how much I like real estate. So yeah, and my current project is a 5,000 square foot fix and flip in Las Vegas.
My name's Carrion. I am a fairly new agent. Got my license last year. Don't know why I did that exactly. I'd retired, so I thought it would be, a fun thing to do. It's been a tough road for me, but I am working on residential, trying to find some residential sales listings. I haven't done much yet, but I'm still working on it, and that's me.
My name is William. I'm a new agent at Pellego too.
And right now I'm wholesaling, and then probably some residential in the future, but right now just wholesale.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria Louisa Schwartz, and I've been with Pellego since March of this year. I'm focusing on Orange County and LA, and I do sales, and I'm also a broker in New York. I've been working as a broker in New York for like 10 years. I still do deals there, so if you have anyone relocating there, give me a call. That's
I'm Lydia Malini, and I'm formerly with Century 21, and now thank God I'm with Pellego. So, I do residential also, and looking to get into investments.
My name is Reza Zahiri. My focus has really been on the investor side, looking for wholesale opportunities, not so much on the retail side, but I've been starting to entertain that as well. So if you've been more on the retail side, we'd love to chat with you afterwards as well.
Hi, William. I'm Tony. I've had my license for about a year. I joined the legal team. When as a part of our team, I'm trying to figure out my niche. I've had,
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I've been an agent for over 2 years. I'm also on the Gutierrez team and specialize in residential sales.
Yeah, just see agents, pass it down, please.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I switched to Pellego because I wanted to start investing, and with my old brokerage I wasn't able to take any property in my own name, so that's why I'm here.
Hi, my name is Loretta. I'm really new to Pellego, probably a couple of months to it. I can't remember, not very long. So I am looking to invest my own land and kind of build out the land with modular homes. So that's kind of where my goal is going.
My name's Lauren. I'm not a Pellego agent yet. I'm working on it. And I'm part of Joe's film team for YouTube, and currently partnered with him and my fiance on a few flips, so designing those, and it's been a blast. Love it.
Same as
Just,
what Lauren
just say ditto and move on.
Yeah, what Lauren said. What Lauren said.
Hi, my name is Yvonne. Sorry, hi. I have my license in Washington State and over here. So far, I've been doing residential, a little bit of investments, and I'm currently from San Diego.
Hi, I'm Lara. I'm an interior designer, and I added real estate agent to my resume last year. Mostly for just my own investment purposes. Me and my husband own a design build, so our long term is high-end flips.
Hey, hello everyone. We're using the mic, by the way, because we're online, okay? Just in case you guys didn't know. But I'm just excited to be here, excited to be a part of the Pellegian team, right? Yeah, if I could drive there, I could sell it. So if you guys have a property you don't want to sell, or you have a hard time and you want me to go over there and take care of it, I'm here to help.
Hello everyone, my name's Steven. I'm a Pellegian since March. I'm doing this part-time right now. My wife and I are looking to wholesale and flip Inland Empire, Orange County, and South LA.
I'm going to pause you for a second. I gave a listing opportunity to do open house to him and his wife in Lake Forest. They ended up both getting buyers out of the deal. Guess who ended up actually closing with a buyer? His wife, yes. His wife, yes. Yeah. Yeah. She kept calling me. She goes, am I the highest? Am I the highest? I go, well, talk to your husband because you guys are just like fighting with each other. Oh, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
Hello everyone, my name is Z. I'm an architect by trade. I worked before with Keller Williams, and that was the reason for me to come to Pellego. One of the first deals I got with Keller Williams, it was a big box deal, and the broker of record he just went behind my back and for whatever reason. So I reached out to Joe. I said, this is what it is, what do you think, whatever. And I wasn't sure, should I move to Pellego, go somewhere else, what is it? So he says one thing I do remember, and this advice applies for everyone. He said, with these big companies, you're just a number. As a starter, look for somewhere when you can start and someone is gonna be responsive. And I can say now, thank you again for telling me that, and thank you for never taking more than an hour to get back to me. With whatever, any time, like, I'm not annoying. I'm not annoying, right?
No.
But but I do reach out for things, and he's always there. And that's what you need. Not just a person to hire you, get you into a number of 2,500 people to brag about them. We have 2,500 or whatever. Get a 50% or 40% of your commission, and if there is a big box, and this big box, it was an $11 million home, okay? I lost the client and I lost the deal, and okay, I can get more of that. It's not a problem, but you can tell what's the type of business. I didn't see this in Pellego, and I don't think I'm gonna see it. I support everyone to stick around and reach out to Joe if you got any question.
One thing about Ziad, he does call a lot, but I can tell you that he takes me out to lunch and pays. He like, Joe, we need to go eat lunch. I go, okay. So, yeah.
My name is Larry Kozin. Nice to meet everybody. I'm a commercial agent. I specialize in business opportunity and also staging businesses to be able to sell for maximum dollar. I do believe in splitting commissions and love to work with anybody. I also do site selection, lease negotiation.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Hello, William. Unlike yourself, very unique, the man with the mask. So if you forget my name is Alan Moshiri, but you can remember the man in the mask from Los Angeles. I joined Pellego at the last week of December last year. I've been focused on multi-unit residential income property, and the last broker I was with for 3 years, I was just a number, Mr. Z. And anytime I reached out to him, I was told, hurry up. That's the first thing he said. I said, okay, so don't ask questions, basically. I also have, I'm just about to launch a real estate school, so that's some of where my attention has gone to, and that would be competing with your real estate school, sir. That's all right.
It's okay.
That's all right. I needed some passive income, and it's been a tough road to get certification from California, but we got it going. And I want to thank you all for being here today, and it's time to take Joe out to lunch after he comes back from his cruise so I can pick on his brains. And I want to thank you, Joe, for making it really easy. Although I haven't bugged you as Z has, but you're always there and I know you're there. So I'm thankful for that. Really. God bless.
Thank you. I'll get you in a minute.
Okay.
I'll get you in a minute. Yeah. Everybody, all the agents spoke? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Because I have to follow this agenda because she did such a good job of, so I have to follow this. Okay. So agent introductions. Okay. So what I do want to do is go into my special guests. You're all my special guests, but guests that I've invited especially. Noah Presswood is in the back. Noah, could you please introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do?
I didn't know that I was a special guest.
You are. You are. Absolutely.
My name is Noah Presswood. I work at First American Title. I've worked at First American Title since 2009, which feels like forever. And it's a wonderful company. I'm your go-to title person. I'm Joe's go-to title person. I would love to be all of your go-to title persons. And yeah, we are the biggest title name in the industry, at least in Orange County. We're the most aggressive in terms of closing your deals. We'll get the job done for you and find a way to get the job done for you in any way we can. So, if you have any title questions, if you have farming questions, if you have whatever questions there are, I would love to help you. I have plenty of cards. I came prepared, even though I didn't know I was the honorable special guest. But would really like to meet each and every one of you and see how I can help you guys.
Thank you. A little backstory on Noah. I actually met his sister first, and she was doing title, and she was so cute. She came into the office, and bubbly and all that stuff, and used me for title and all that stuff. And she was so cute. I went up to her and I said, "I've got one of you at home," and she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "My daughter is just like you, And my daughter's in the business now, and she loves Sarah, emulates Sarah, wants to be Sarah, When she first started, my daughter, she said, "I'm going to go get like a designer purse. Can I write that off?" I said, "No." Anyways, Sarah was my first title person. Sarah went from company to company for a while, and I followed her from different companies because she is a very intelligent person and knows literally when I call, it's not a normal thing when I call. It's going to be something like, "Wow, we haven't heard this one before from you, Joe. Let me check with our attorneys and all that to see what's going on with this type of case." And she would get back to me right away, okay? Sarah has been promoted, so she's the head title, is that right? The head title person for...
So she runs the LA County and the Los Angeles County operations for First American Title. So she's the head boss of both of those counties, which are two pretty major operations. And she's a rock star. She's incredible. She's incredible what she does, and I learn everything from her. So I got you. Whatever you need.
So on the way up, she says, "Joe, I can't really help you anymore. Here, you need to go to Noah." I said, "Who's this Noah guy? I'm used to working with you." "Oh, well, Noah's my brother." "Oh, yeah, there's no nepotism at your work, There's none whatsoever." I go, "Yeah, let me meet Noah." We met, we hit it off. We had a good time. Actually, we had lunch the other day. Sarah, my daughter, my son-in-law, myself, Noah. Sarah's the most hilarious person. She's nonstop like this. I mean, if you're sitting at a table with her, if you get a word in, you're really lucky, okay? So she's telling us about the new hiring process that they have, and she says, "Joe, yeah, let me explain it to you I'll explain it to you real quickly, okay?" Basically, baby boomers like me, I don't even need to interview people like you. I just sign, what do you want? I'll pay you. Because she knows we're trustworthy, she knows we'll do what we say we do. Then you get into the millennials, and that's where things start going downhill, okay? She says, "Well, then I have to offer them this and do this and do this." And then she goes, "Okay, let me talk about the brand new kids coming out of college and stuff, okay?" Yeah. I need a private office. I need weekends off. Understand we're real estate, so we do work weekends. If you offend me in any way, I'm just going to quit and move on someplace else. It's like, oh my God, yeah, and the way that she said it was just so hilarious. It really was. It was just hilarious. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Anything you guys need in terms of title questions, property profiles. Hey, what's going on with this property? I see moving this phone. This is how I make my living. So whatever you need, whenever you need it, you're gonna get it back. Yeah.
How about prelims? What do you charge for prelims?
So prelim, it depends on what you're looking for, right? So, we can, if you're just doing a prelim for the sake of doing a prelim, there's a cost to that. But if you're doing a prelim and it's your listing and you know that you're going to go to market with it and use us, we're not going to charge anything for it. So it's just, it's a team. It's a team effort. If you're going to work with us, we're going to work with you. If you need a prelim for a file that you're going to, go to market with and use us for it, even if it doesn't always work out, if we have if we have trust, I will order that prelim for you and get it to you. If Joe asks me for a prelim, I don't even ask the question, right? I've worked with Joe forever. Whatever he needs, he gets. And so it's over time you build trust with everybody you work with. And when he's asking for something, you're going to get that. And I'm going to, provide it in a very, very quick way.
Thank you.
They have a website and they have an app on your phone, and you can get most of the information. You really don't need a prelim. I only pull a prelim when I'm actually going to put a property under contract, or when there may be something weird. But even then, I just call him and I tell him, look at this, and they'll tell me, yeah, this is weird. Okay, so.
If you're just looking for who the owner is, it's a simple legal investing. I can
Yeah.
do that for you in legal step.
Yeah.
So we know how to do that. Yeah. I'm just, but if whatever you need, we can source most of that through the app. But if you want a prelim, we can get you a prelim, no problem. You go.
Next person I want to introduce, another special guest, Amy Nieto, and she's with Snap NHD. Please.
Hi, thank you for having me be part of this. It's nice to meet all of you. Like I said, I tried to talk to all of you earlier, but I've been providing natural hazard disclosures for like 10 years. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to support you in your business, because that's what you need. That's what I love doing, like even over and beyond providing you an NHD report. So if you need help at an open house with food, water, or snacks, or just somebody being there, I would love to be that person for you. Other events, I do a lot of business with a lot of realtors, so I have a lot of ideas of what you can do to help your business grow. So I'd love to sit down and talk to all of you about that. We provide a natural hazard report. Basic is like $64, and the environmental is $99.95. So our prices are competitive. We get all of our information as soon as the government gets it, as soon as the fire industry gets it, all of that. So our reports are great. And I just want to know, trust, and like who you work with, right? So if you're working with an escrow company or a TC, and you decide to go with, whoever you want to be with, just make sure you're all on the same page. So, because relationships are important. So, and I've known Joe for quite some time, so I appreciate you having me here, and I look forward to getting to know all of you.
Amy is also in the process of getting her real estate license, and on the way up here, we were talking, and she has not signed up for the test yet. I don't know what she's doing or holding her back. So can everybody please encourage her to sign up for the test? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. You also have some gifts that you brought that you're going to raffle off, so if we could do that now, that would be awesome. Okay.
No big deal.
You got your hat?
Okay. Well, yeah, I think you.
Okay. Okay.
When are you leaving tomorrow? Can I talk to you?
Huh?
Can I talk to you tomorrow, or are you leaving? You're leaving?
I'm leaving. If you call me like 9 or.
This wonderful, beautiful Voodoo Ranger 1985 IPA Special Edition.
I really had no idea. I'm so sorry. But then I got home and it said like mango on it, so I don't know.
It's summer. Who doesn't love a mango in the summer? cards, whoever you get full with. Yeah. Tony Gutierrez. Tony. Here's your pick. Whatever you like. Wine it is. Wine. Now we're drawing for the beer.
The mango beer. It's going to be so good.
Eric.
But I'm here for you guys. If you have questions, anything, if you get your NHG report, you're concerned about anything, please call me. I try to give out my business cards to everybody, or I have more. So just please call me, and I can help you with that. So.
Likewise.
Thank
Yeah.
you always,
If you
Joe.
ever need
We
anything,
love Joe.
Happy to help you in any way I can.
For sure, right?
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and one more special guest, an extra special guest is my lender, Joe Guthrie. And she's been in the business for a long time, like maybe as long as I have, or maybe even longer. So, but I'm not going to say that because then, they're going to start saying, well, how old are you? But anyways, I have her introduce herself, but she is also an investor. And I wanted her to talk a little bit about what she and her business partner are doing.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Guthrie, and so
Yeah, because they're recording it back there.
Okay. I'm Joe Guthrie, and I've been working with Joe as his lender probably since I think about 2014, and been in the business for 40 years, believe it or not. I am a direct lender. I was a broker for 28 years, opened up a mortgage bank about 12 years ago, so I have the ability to do both. I specialize in FHA, VA, conventional, private money financing. I underwrite for private money, and that's basically kind of how I fell into investing. And so I've been underwriting since about 2000 for people that were doing fix and flips, mainly in California. When the mortgage crash happened, I started underwriting for people constantly, rubbing elbows with people that were doing that all over the states. And so I started getting involved with that. In about 2011, I partnered with somebody that they wrote technology that helped investors. They were primarily investors, and that's kind of how I met Joe. And they worked on distressed properties, and they had an element to the technology that you could put the numbers in and run numbers for fix and flips or buy and holds and analyze properties in seconds with about, you could have 1,000 properties of whatever you put in seconds. And so I started to look at that and work with these investors, and that's how I met Joe. And he started working with our distressed property list. Some of you may have seen it before. I worked with Joe on many loans, but throughout that we were talking about the different investments that he's been in. He had done some fix and flips, and I had even sat with Melissa, his daughter, in some of the open houses, the fix and flips that they have done. And so I kind of seen that and started talking to him about that. In the last 2 years, there's been a lot of out-of-state stuff been going on because California was just getting a little bit difficult. I rubbed elbows with some investors that were really great out of state, and they started really prodding me to just, why aren't you doing this, Joe? You have all this expertise, but I'm super conservative. And so I jumped in. They said, we'll back you, we'll give you the money. And I'm like, what's holding me back? I've got all this expertise, I've got all these people behind me, I got my boots on the ground. And so I jumped in. So what we did is we started looking at landlord-friendly states that had exceptional cash flow. So I ended up opening up my company, which is Exceptional Cash Flow. And so we specialize in properties that we get out of state, and we use that. We basically pumped up our software to be able to locate these properties. We took brand new real estate agents, and in 5 months I purchased 31 doors. So last year in 5 months I purchased 31 doors, pumped the brakes to be able to just get my rehab teams in place, get everything done. every one of those properties, we will not purchase unless it has a minimum of 16% return on investment. After all our loans are paid, property taxes, insurance, everything, rehab, everything. And so what we do, because a lot of them are small purchase prices, we turn around and we recapitalize after about 6 to 12 months, and we blanket them into one big loan, drop the interest rate in half. And it's been bringing them up to about 22 to 27% return on investments. These states are states that the eviction process is so much easier. You go in there, here in California, you can cry, they'll extend it out 2 years. You know, I lost my job, they'll extend it out another 6 months. Out there, you go in there and cry, you got 30 days to get out, and they don't mess around. And so we pick specifically landlord-friendly states, and we do that. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, you know. And so right now, as of yesterday, I'm at about 47 doors, and you know, I'm a partner with someone else, so I didn't go in on my own. So I'm a third partner, and if I could just do what I did in the first 5 months, if I can do what I did in the first 5 months, just one more time over, which I'm almost done because I was at 31 doors, I will make for myself as residual income, and that was based off of before we recapitalized, about $14,000 a month. So I'm a baby boomer like Joe, as Utah, been in business for a long time, and you know, I'm looking forward towards retirement. And you guys all know that investing is a great way to do it, because as a real estate agent, as a loan officer, I'm as good as my last deal. And I want to work because I want to work, not because I need to eat. And so I want to have that extra income. So what Joe's doing and what he teaches is awesome. For me, the fix and flips weren't the thing, but they're good for everybody else, because I don't want to turn my money over and over again. That's the same thing I'm doing now. But the long-term holds, those are where it's at right now, because a lot of my investors, I was just telling this gentleman, are pulling out of even wanting to fund fix and flips right now because of the market. And some of those big investors are pulling back too. So they're all getting a little bit skittish right now because of where the market's at. So it's a great time to pick up properties though, especially if you're looking out of state. Hopefully California will be back there too soon. But Joe knows how to find those.
Can you name the states with the landlord?
So right now we were focusing in Florida. Florida's tapping out. Jacksonville was huge. So right now we're heavy in Michigan. Michigan, if you look at Forbes just put out, there was a list of the top 10 cities in the nation that have the most potential growth right now. That our properties have went up immensely. Right now I'm checking our rents every week. And properties that we started out with 2 months ago, they're renting. I mean, these are properties we bought for like $26,000. They're renting for $1,000 now, and they were renting for like $900 2 months ago. 6 months ago, $700. So the rents are going up astronomically. I can't even keep up with them. So right now we're pulling top rents. We're making sure that most of the properties we're getting unrented. We're going ahead and getting rehab. Our rehab is averaging $7,000 to $10,000, and you know, our houses that we're getting, we've been getting them for about $35,000 to $40,000, and they're worth now probably about $80,000, and you know, those we put about $6,000 into. We're turning in about 2 weeks, but I got my boots on the ground. That took a long time, and I'm constantly working on that. And then they're basically renting for $1,200 to $1,500. For a 3-bedroom to 5-bedroom house. So. Yeah. So Michigan is really good right now because Biden's putting in $1 trillion into there for the EV cars. So it's coming up big time. So they're all going up heavy. So we're right now focusing hardcore on Michigan.
What do you think of Seattle, Washington State, Seattle?
Washington we tapped into a little bit. We were tapping into Texas and Tennessee. But again, you got to build your boots on the ground. And I have my boots on the ground in Florida, and I have my boots on. We're still doing some in Florida. Jacksonville's pretty heavy, is pretty good. You know, and again, we're focusing on landlord-friendly states. So that's where you want to focus. California is not a landlord-friendly state. And so this is where we've had our biggest problem. So that's why we moved out. We moved out for cash flow. So, but great time to do it. Now's the time with this market turning because there's deals out there that are coming.
So I had a question for you.
Sure.
What was your average size deal and what was your capitalization?
So our average size deal, we just ran it the other day. It's about 33,000 is on the average. We were getting duplexes at 35,000. Yeah, and we're renting them out for about $750 a door, and they're 2-bedroom, 1-baths. So, but our average is 33,000 is our average purchase price when you max it all out. I think our highest one has been like just under 50,000, and it was like an upper end house. So what we've switched to is getting C-class properties in B-class neighborhoods. So we're trying to just build up to that because those rents are pulling like 12 to 1,500.
So the key to success is boots on the ground. Now, how are you going
I'll
about
tell you that.
finding
It's having your team.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to work. You know, and that I have been to Michigan in 4 months. I was there 6 weeks at a time, 2 weeks at a time. I'm going back. Another thing that is really great in these out-of-state properties, but you gotta go and you gotta visit, is the auctions. Huge. The biggest bang for our buck has been the auctions. We bought properties at like $6,000-7,000 that are worth about 80, 90.
What, tax auction?
Tax auctions, sheriff's auctions, and tax auctions. I turned around and did a private money loan on that right off the bat, financed 100% of my cost. You're paying the back taxes. You have a 30-day redemption period. Only one person didn't get out of the ones that we purchased, but I was able to get all my rehab costs plus some to go to the next house just on my loan, just on the value of the house as it stood. So that's like a huge way to get properties. I mean, there's great opportunities for flips on those. We tracked one property in Detroit. There's a neighborhood over there that's called Boston Edison. It's a huge neighborhood where these houses are where the doctors live, and they run $400,000 or $500,000, and that would be a mansion over here that'd be like $2 million. Okay, they're beautiful homes. This house ended up going. We were tracking it because we wanted this home. It probably needed about $100,000 worth of work. It was huge. And it ended up selling for $40,000. We pulled out of it because Detroit was all mixed up in their auction. So we pulled out at the last minute because we didn't know how high it was going to go. It ended up going for 40. We were willing to go up to 60. That property right now hasn't been touched, and that property is worth about $600,000 if they do the work. There's probably about $100,000 worth of work in it. They could flip that. We were going to flip it, and that's our biggest regret. This year we're going in strong. So we're bringing in about $1 million to $2 million into the auctions. We've already got the people to back us, and we're going to hit like the 3 different counties that we did well in. But there's huge opportunities in other states, but you got to do your homework, and that's the thing. And so we go and we get our people. Every time I go meet every one of my tenants. I go check every one of my properties. They don't know that I'm the owner. They think I'm the asset manager, which I am. And so I call, I make sure that my people are doing their work, I check on their work, I have teams that call and follow up on my contractors. I make sure that everything's done. I have before and after videos. I mean, it's work, but it's worth it. I mean, the payment is worth it. In exceptional cash flow. So what I do is I get a LLC in the state, because that's the key thing I've noticed. If they know you're from California, you're gonna put the screws to you. So I have an address over there. Same thing with Florida. So it's just different when they know you're from California. They just think we're all rich, and they're going to try to put the screws to you and hold out. And so we've got a system down where we take brand new real estate agents that know the neighborhoods. So as long as they know the neighborhoods, they know the goods and the bad parts to be into. We take them. One real estate agent's first deal he ever did was with us. He closed 16 deals in 5 months. Okay, and so we put him off the ground. Now he's listing properties. This other one, he's been with us since September. We trained him from the ground up. He's now running a contractor team because he did contracting, so he's one of our best contractors. We've trained him in, but he's closed about 25 properties. And brand spanking new were his first deal. And so we just train them. Our contracts are already written out, and they do everything different than they do here. We don't put a dime into escrow until after our inspection's done. After the inspection's done, we put $1,000 into escrow. That's it. If the inspection doesn't come out to meet our numbers, we renegotiate or we walk. And so, yeah. So there's all kinds of opportunities for investment all over the place, including here. There are still some here. We're still doing some here. It's just not as easy here. So.
Thank you. And she does loans as well, okay?
I'm great at loans. That's my specialty. I love doing those.
The next thing, I want to recognize a couple of teams we have. Eric started a team. I mean, there's only one member, but it's a start. And Leo has a team of agents that he's working with as well. You can all do the same thing. It's really up to you. At the end of the day, Pellego wants $85 a month, $850 per transaction. And if you can put together some teams together, you know, I don't know what each team member has as a split for their agents, but you know, that's up to you. And that's what I've told both of them. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. The next thing I want to do is I want to recognize what I'm calling the Agent of the Year. And understand that out of the 175 agents, I do have commercial agents as well. I have agents in the Bay Area, and if you know the prices in the Bay Area, they're like astronomical. I have an agent that flips properties up there. He buys $5 million properties. He tears them down and rebuilds them and sells them for 15 to 20 million, okay? So I didn't want to base this on commissions earned. One of my agents got a $250,000 commission on a commercial deal the other day. So what I based it on is the amount of deals that have been done, okay? So I spared no expense for this, by the way. Yes. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so I want to present this to the top agent for 2021 for Pellego last year, because I'm talking about last year because obviously this year's not done, and we'll do this again next year, and it'll be 2022. This agent's closed 24 deals, and the next closest agent, Mark Weissman, who's not here, closed 19 deals. Mark works in Palm Springs, and he's been doing this for a while, so he has a lot of contacts. The other number, I guess, tied for second place is Jessie Pierce, and she's not here either. She does a lot of leases, and she's connected with a corporation that relocates people from different states, and so she does a lot of leases and earns a good living doing that. My top agent, I met him, I guess, a little over a year ago. We met at Starbucks, which is where I meet a lot of agents and investors, and the ones that take me out to lunch are my favorites. But anyways, I met him at Starbucks, and he was with another company, and he was telling me about this company, and it's like this guy was, I don't know, it's like a helicopter mom, was watching everything he was doing. He was teaching him how to do the business, but wouldn't let him do anything. You know, it's like, here, do this, but, you know, stop there, I'll take over from there. And I'm thinking, well, how does that work, you know? I can understand why you're sitting across the table from me. He was, you know, very excited, very motivated to move forward. He asked me lots of questions. You know, what's your philosophy? What are you gonna do? What are you doing? I like to do all that stuff. And I can tell you that he's grown a lot, and he is doing a lot of the things that, you know, people talk about in investing. So without further ado, this year's top agent goes to Leo Gutierrez Torres. You want to say a few words?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Come on, if William has to talk, they gotta talk.
It's okay, man. If you want to hear your voice, you're not William. Come on.
You talked to me in a bunch of deals.
Leo, again, has a team. He has an office. Leo calls me just as much as you do. Leo does take me out to lunch as well. Not as often as you do, but he does take me out to lunch. He loved my car so much he went out and bought one. Except he told me the other day that he crashed it. Yeah. But whatever. He's got one on order. Did you get it yet? Okay. So anyway, I'm very super proud of you. Keep up the good work. I know you have another team member that's studying for their license. There you go. Yeah, and I want to thank you because she organized all of this, including everything that I'm talking about here. She did, so I'm following everything. And I was getting a little worried because we didn't get started till like 6:45, and she's got down here from 6 to 6:30 networking while everybody arrives. I'm going, well, what happened? It's like 6:45. What do I do? And she goes, don't worry about it. You know? But she's cool. Okay, so the next thing is I had her go and make a cake. I don't know if you saw it. Where was it at? Is it still up there? Oh, where's it at? Oh. Okay, well anyways, I had a cake made. It's got a hoarder house picture on it. I thought that was appropriate. So while he's getting that, we're supposed to take a, she told me let's take a picture of everybody in front of the cake, but how are we doing that, Stephanie? How do we, with all these people here, how do we do that? Do what?
Everybody goes up to the front and we take a picture.
They make it work. It's great.
And put your hat on.
Okay, well, he's going to go get the cake. We'll take a picture, and then after that, it's William time. So please network with William. We have this room until 9 o'clock. So we've got a little bit over an hour. So please talk to William. Okay? Everybody have a hat? I got plenty of hats if you want one.
That's fine.
Okay.
Get approval for the name? How does that work?
Yeah, you should. And it's really just getting, what do they call it? PBA.
straight to me, or do you do the splits? Do I pay them out of my commission?
So if you have a team member that's earned, like Tony's Tony over there is part of Leo's team.
Yeah.
So Leo instructs us, okay, here's Tony's portion, here's my portion.
Okay, so you can just give insurance.
Correct.
You can do that too.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's that simple then.
That's simple.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to keep things simple.
Yeah. And do I report it to DRE and to MLS all that, or
Report what?
do I need to, like, if I set up a team like Eric did and Leo did, I don't need to report to DRE or really? Okay, because we're Pellego, we're under Pellego's brokerage license. So it's that easy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's exciting. Thanks.
Okay.
Man. We're still looking for our son. It's so hard.
Oh,
We have
yeah,
appointments.
that other one fell through.
Yeah, the one fell. We had two fall through. You helped me with the one
Yeah,
that fell through.
yeah.
And that real estate agent is a real character. And then we did another one fell through, but we're going down on Friday. We're looking at 3 houses down there.
Okay, good.
But I'm now my MLS. I know how to do it myself now.
Okay,
Thanks,
good.
Thanks a lot.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
okay. I'm being summoned. What? Yeah. We're going to do it here?
Let me take a picture of you with the cake first, and then we'll do the group picture over there.
Okay.
You can announce that we're going to do the group picture over there.
Okay, is it maybe a little bit better here because there's more light here? Or does it matter? Okay, who's going to bring the cake?
Do you want the cake up there?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. You said do it with the cake. You just want a group picture. Okay, okay. Okay, if we can go up front, we're going to do a group picture. Excuse me, we're going to do a group picture. So please, come on up.